What is the delving? Is it in my quest log? It is. Acquire a delving amethyst. Delving stones, here they are. So you can, yeah, you have to get a bag of gold coins. Are these the ones you can get from vault keepers? Oh, Sandy, you are saying vault keeper. Perfect. Okay, we will take a brief detour. So you can basically pay gold, it sounds like, to start on high tier. We, of course, want to start out on tier 10 because, I mean, is there really another option? I guess tier 7's a close second. A lot of those, and we'll buy, I don't know, 20 of these? Actually, that sounds like a good one. And I don't know exactly what the delving does. I mean, makes it more difficult. Alright. So we got a cracked opal, okay. Hello, mobs. Like, at this point, I would assume there are supposed to be mobs here, like, just spread throughout this entire thing. But we have to defeat injured white hand war leaders. We have to defeat melee Urukai. We have to defeat ranged white hand Urks. Oh, here they are. Okay. That's a lot of buffs. Malice. So we have Sauron's to reflect. Oh, no, that's the worst. Why do they have reflect? Dangerously enraged. Okay, enraged seems okay, plus 300% damage, whatever these malices are. Hopefully they're not like an RNG type thing, kind of similar. Those mobs that spawn on tier 4, tier 5 in dungeons, I really am not a fan of that mechanic. Hopefully malice is not like that. The reflect, I think with that I'm gonna go blue line. How about, this is so weird to me, but we'll try this. Maybe one of the points of delvings is to get you to do weird stuff like this. Okay, so let me just hit that. It did hit me, it wasn't all that bad. He's just going to do range stuff against me, and I got something stuck in my eye. Okay, he's not doing all that much damage. I really built this up to be a lot scarier. Like, guy could have done this in yellow line and out healed. Wow. It was like all this build up, I just saw reflect, I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to go blue line. I won't be able to use anything damaging. Oh, there's a delving white archer. Okay, we have game to worry about. I am acting way too scared. You're right, Patrick. I am Warden. Plus, I have to test what happens when you die. Okay, let's go. We'll stay blue line. Come on, reflecting black arrow. Wait, is he actually reflecting? He does not have a reflect right now, does he? Oh, there's the reflect. There is the reflect. It's only 25 to 50% or whatever. If I reflect them, is it just going to be a giant chain reflection? Probably not, because I think my reflect has more specific conditions. Common fire, shadow damage. I'm used to playing Let's Seize the Moment. This is bad. Very bad. Can I handle one desolation to 2 mobs? Oh no, I almost totally... Wait, Grodbog Queen? Where are these mobs spawning? I wonder if that's one of those malices. Like, my hand is getting sore from this. Okay, these things just won't stop spawning things, which isn't a bad thing. It's just interesting. But this is actually wearing my hand out. I need to stop. Oh yeah, I wanted to check the delving, the updated thing. It says, do not leave the instance. So it doesn't say if you die, you will fail. It's just, that was really weird wording in the patch notes. So it just says complete the current mission and find the scout. Okay, that's what the way I thought it worked, but I did want to check because I saw there was a unique quest if they had any specific objectives with that. The reflect is not as bad as I thought. Basically, they don't do as much damage as I thought they would. So yeah, if this is all the tier 10 delving is, it's not too bad. Of course, balance, I'm guessing, is not done. I can't run in here hectically, and I do have to strategize, but for this character with, I don't know, whatever gear I got from the Isengard Tavern and a lot of stuff left over from level 130, not too bad. I still have to try dying at some point. I don't know if we want to do that on this mission. Like, it could just be this particular delving and this particular mission are relatively easy. I don't know if I want to test dying on this one, like, intentionally. I could always accidentally die. Oh, that's a big spider. Delving spider. So yeah, that mob's specific for the delving. Okay, so I'm fine handling, I think, quite a few melees. I don't know if I want to get a lot of archers on me, though. I'll get one. Okay, I still have Never Surrender up, so that's okay. We'll go through the full healing thing, because I won't deal as much damage, so they won't reflect as much damage. Irritedly going to try Exaltation of Battle. I actually think my single target morale tap is one of my more efficient heals at this point, which is odd. I'm not used to that. And I think we're good to just go through this. But yeah, it's a little bit slow. Like with the reflect, it makes it slower. It's not the most difficult for this character. I could see a class without as many self-heals. Although a lot of classes now have self-heal options. I was thinking like Hunter, but then you could just go in the not range stance, the evade stance, and probably out-heal a lot of that with quick shot. Although I don't know exactly how that heal scales at level 140. Taking it, this guy doesn't have any reflect. Okay. I also do think that I could go through this a little bit faster. I'm of course being a slight bit on the careful side given the unfamiliarity with it, but it's not the most challenging overall for me right now. It's just, yeah, as I mentioned, slow. I can't run in here full DPS basically. And then again, if I understand it correctly, these mobs do not have reflex. I at least don't see that icon under their health bar, so I can kill them plenty fast. At least try to. But we have 2 more melee Urukais, and we have the injured White Hand Leader. The mission, I really do like the environment. It's just something, of course, new, neat area. And the mission itself seems relatively straightforward. I do like that compared to the very long or involved missions, at least for the non-story based ones, which are most of them. It's crazy to think though, this is the highest difficulty delving. It's not even like a lower difficulty. Oh my. It's, yeah, crazy to think that though. Whoa, this is bad. That's a lot of works. I would have thought it more difficult, basically, even pulling the relatively limited amount of mobs I pulled, but this is actually scary. Let me try to line of sight them. Let's hope Never Surrender does not trigger, and we will have to, I think, just use make some morale taps and heals. I gotta keep it all going, though. Never Surrender did trigger, so we need to put that up again. I don't think my outlook is all too hopeful with this character. Okay, let's use potion there. I have all these fancy potions on this character. It's beta. Use them. It is weird to play Warden without Seize the Moment. I agree. Wait, I can't use this debuff remover in combat. That's not helpful. Do I dare use Desolation at this point? No, I think that's still too dangerous. I was gonna say, if I drop heals for a moment even, I tend to go down. I'm also not using all my... I could actually get a lot more defensive buffs. That's going to apply a dot. It's a little bit scary. The process to get there is a little bit scary. I want to use Dance of War. Act like I can actually dodge with it. And then get that heal. And I think a resolution will be stabilized yet again. I still don't feel the safest. When we're down to 2, I'll feel safer too. Also, just for a reference, since I don't know, maybe it will matter with Delvings, I am doing this in basically DPS gear and a lot of random stuff for my gear, so just a little bit of extra reference point for this character for anybody that might have missed. Okay, that's probably enough damage. Did I get too greedy with the damage? If I get 1 resolution, I don't think so. I don't know what's more intense, this current fight and this delving, or the stuff I did on Warden. They're intense in different yet similar ways. I think this one is making me sweat more. It's entertaining though, I will admit the reflect makes a pull like that, where I totally didn't think I'd get that many mobs. It makes it entertaining. Alright, now we get a black arrow, a soldier, and injured. I don't know, he doesn't look injured to me, but I guess he's an injured leader. I'll just take their word for it. I probably just want to go straight on the black arrow here. Probably should have worked on my buffs, but after the last fight, I basically believe I can do anything. This time I do actually have a reference for what gamuts I used. Oh, that's bad. I wonder if there's an enrage mechanic, because that would actually be bad if, like, after 2-3 minutes or whatever, they just started doing significantly more damage. Okay, we're gonna use these fancies. I guess it's just other considerations in general is that I could have a lot more resources. I could have self buffs, I could have hope tokens going, I could have all the premium buffs. By self buffs, I meant the scholar buff. So there's a lot of things like that it is actually true could help me even more which I would kind of expect to have a lot of that stuff, not necessarily premium buffs, but would expect to perhaps have to have more of that stuff to do. Oh, I pulled, that's actually really bad. I know I was kind of DPSing away there, but then I pulled those extra orcs, which is not good. That's actually a lot of them, and I used the wrong skill there. At least it gives me a defensive buff. Let's use resolution. This is really scary. This is even worse than the other one, I think. Did I actually pull those orcs? Is this all my fault this whole time? It's probably my fault somehow or another, but delve too greedily. I don't know if truer words have been spoken. I'm going to use a bleed on him. Wise? No. Exciting? Yes. Okay, no, we need... I'm scared that resolution will kill me before I get the heal. I lost a lot of the side mobs, the mobs that didn't reflect. Those guys were actually saving me right there. Oh, that silence. That might be it, guys. I was looking for something to get rid of the debuff. This character doesn't have the resources. Okay, let's see. Did I fail the delving by dying? That's what mattered. That's what we were testing. That's why I did that. That's just so disappointing that I died after all that, though. I'm disappointed in myself, at least. Well, we might as well try yellow line, now that I know dying seems to not fail the delving, which is good to know. Don't know why it would, but the strange line in the patch notes implied that you failed when you died. Okay, I was promised some seize the moments when I switched to yellow line. I can kill a single mob in yellow line a lot quicker. It'd be perhaps a little bit more downtime between fights, but I don't know if that would mean it's overall quicker or not. Okay, can I take 2 mobs at once? Going, oh, 3 mobs at once. Come on. I don't even know where I can run. These dots are gonna kill me. That's why we don't do this in yellow line. Did I at least kill him? Okay, so I'm actually going to switch blue line. It does seem like that's a better choice, and obviously just like stop paying attention. We've been here so long. I think I've been in the delving for about 30 to 40 minutes now, which is kind of crazy. Largely because of the reflect, but I really am doing stuff here that's been making it take even longer. The delving overall so far is okay. I've just been trying a few different things, trying the not caring strategy, which doesn't work all that well because of the reflect. I don't know if this is going to be something in every delving tier 10 and every tier. I'd imagine if there is a reflect, it's weaker in the lower tiers. I also don't know. I don't know if it's this particular mission with the delving. I don't know if it's a rotated thing, because I think I remember them mentioning something about that with there being some rotated parts. Hit that like button, click that like button, or as Rick suggests, do the most enthusiastic version of that and slam the like button. Stop. Wow, he has very low health. That's what happens when you use one damaging skill. You can actually kill him quickly and then out heal. It's kind of crazy when you get the signature solo. Hey, these are pretty bushes. These are not ugly bushes. Those are ugly bushes. There's a difference. These are ugly bushes. I don't mind reflect so much as a mechanic. It does make it take a long time, without necessarily just making it more difficult. I think it's also class dependent. On something like a Warden, it actually makes me strategize differently, which is nice. But if I were something like a champion, it'd probably be more tedious than anything. Okay, we have to find the scout. So we can't just leave, we have to find the scout. Because if we leave, we fail the mission. So it's very important with these delvings. Do not leave until you find the scout and talk to them and complete the delving. We'll see what this tier 10, because that would be something that just makes sense for every mission you run, is the scout's just at the entrance, and that does not appear to be the case here. For all I know, this is actually the toughest part of the delving. Like, we haven't even gotten to the hard part. We have to find the scout. Yep, there the scout. Oh no. They're lucky this is beta. That would be so sad if this actually mattered for the character. I was just walking and it ported me out. I don't know what to do now. I'm kind of demotivated to even try another delving. I actually would not mind if the new missions have no chests, if that is the case and they just give you the reward for turning in the quest. I wouldn't mind that for every missions, to be honest. I can. Do you all want me to finish this delving? If it's really only 8 Uruk invaders, I think that I can mentally handle after the massive betrayal of the last mission, which kind of is DPS stance with those 2 strong dots. But with 1 Uruk, like that is the thing, even with this reflect, I can easily defeat one of these guys focusing largely on damage. So it's actually not that bad if I fight one at a time. And yeah, these guys have a pretty large aggro radius. I wonder if you get like further into the mission, they just get a larger aggro radius. Because there are some other ones chasing me from far away. Because I have never started to fall back on we're going to live on the edge here and use Desolation. Again, they won't reflect if they're dead. I do like that this delving, like a tier 10 delving, running that on this character just makes him feel OP. Whatever that's worth. Hopefully they don't just port me out for no apparent reason, and I can find the scout. For all I know, this is actually the toughest part of the delving. I have to find the scout. Let me turn in the mission. I want to turn in the delving and get my reward. This is so sad. Oh, wait, there's another scout. There's 2 scouts. None of them are the ones I need, though. I need to find the scout. Okay, these are just a scout. I need to find the... Ugh. I just don't think these delvings can handle Louis. Hopefully these delvings actually work by the time it gets live. That's been my experience with the 2 delvings I have done on tier 10. Those are the only ones I've tried, but it's still sad, not because my character doesn't like get the reward because he obviously want to keep it, but it's because I wanted to see what reward there was, and I still wanted like some sort of thing to just push that I got done. And I can turn this in. Like there, I completed the mission. Yeah, basically wanted to see like what type of gear would drop, how many delving writs I would get, if any recipes would drop, if any of the heraldry recipe selection boxes. So they do have a few, and you can craft word of craft traceries. They have things like that. You can get, I don't know how you actually get the initial necklace. I guess this one you have to get from dropping, and you get 5 of these, and it's actually kind of like the Rohan thing and maybe some stuff they had in previous areas like Rise of Isengard. It seems like a similar mechanic. I don't know if people like that method for upgrading. I'm honestly relatively indifferent towards it, but I didn't get to see how any of that worked with the rewards basically, so that's the main disappointing part for this character.